Ladies and gentlemen, change your life. These words hold a promise, an invitation, a call to action, a challenge. It's easy to let those words slip by, to brush them aside when the weight of the world feels too heavy. But what if I told you that within those 3 words lies the key to your freedom, the answer to your struggles, and the beginning of everything you've ever wanted? What if right now, at this moment, you had everything you needed to change your life? What if you've had it all along, buried deep inside of you? I want you to understand something deeply and completely. Changing your life doesn't mean some grand, sweeping overhaul of everything you know. No, it's far more profound and yet simpler than that. Change, true change, starts with you. It starts with a choice, a shift in perspective, and a willingness to step into the unknown. And here's the truth. That power lies within you. It's always been there. What you've been waiting for is not something external. It's something internal. It's about awakening to your potential, your truth, and the essence of who you are. We all face struggles. Life isn't easy. It can be messy and unpredictable, and at times it can feel like we're stuck in a cycle that we can't break free from. You've been there, haven't you? In those moments when everything feels out of control, when you look in the mirror and wonder how you ended up here. But here's what I want you to know. The place you find yourself in right now is not the end of your story. It's merely a chapter. No matter how difficult it seems, you have the power to turn the page. The first step in changing your life is to recognize that you are not a victim of circumstances. You are not defined by what has happened to you or by what you've been through. You are not your past. You are not the mistakes you've made, the failures you've experienced, or the labels others have put on you. You are not your fears, your doubts, or your insecurities. You are far greater than any of those things. You are a powerful force of nature, capable of transforming your life in ways you can't even imagine right now. But transformation requires you to let go. Let go of the old beliefs that no longer serve you. Let go of the stories you've been telling yourself about who you are and what you are capable of. Let go of the fear that keeps you stuck in place, afraid to take that first step forward. Let go of the need for approval, for validation from others. The only approval you need is your own. I know that letting go is not easy. Change never is. It's hard to break free from old habits, old thought patterns, and old ways of being. But if you want something different in your life, you have to be willing to do something different. And that starts with changing your mindset. It starts with choosing to believe that you deserve better, that you are worthy of everything you desire. So where do you begin? How do you make that first step toward changing your life? It starts with self-awareness. You need to get clear about where you are right now. Be honest with yourself. Take a deep, hard look at your life. What are the patterns that are holding you back? What are the beliefs that are keeping you small? What are the things you are afraid of? And most importantly, what are the dreams that you've been hiding from yourself? I want you to realize that you are the creator of your own life. You are the architect of your future. Every decision you make, every thought you think, and every action you take shapes your reality. It doesn't matter where you are right now. What matters is where you choose to go from here. And if you don't like where you are, you have the power to change it. Changing your life is about taking responsibility for your happiness, your well-being, and your success. It's about realizing that you are not dependent on anyone else to make you feel whole. You don't need anyone else's approval, anyone else's permission, or anyone else's validation to live the life you dream of. You are enough, just as you are, and you always have been. The next step in changing your life is to embrace the unknown. The future is always uncertain, and it's easy to be afraid of what you can't see. But if you want something different, you have to be willing to step into the unknown, take risks, and trust that the universe has a plan for you. Yes, there will be challenges. Yes, there will be moments of doubt. But I promise you, the greatest rewards in life come from stepping outside of your comfort zone, from embracing the discomfort that comes with change. Growth happens when you push past your limits and when you dare to dream bigger than you ever have before. You don't have to have all the answers right now. You don't have to know exactly how you're going to get from where you are to where you want to be. What you need is faith. Have faith in yourself. Have faith in your ability to adapt, to learn, to grow. Have faith in the process. And most importantly, have faith that you are worthy of everything that is coming to you. And here's another truth. You will face resistance. You will face obstacles. You will face moments when you feel like giving up. But let me tell you something. Those moments are not a sign that you should quit. They are a sign that you are on the right path. When you step into your greatness, when you decide to change your life, the universe will test you. It will challenge you. It will ask, how badly do you want this? And it's in those moments when everything seems to be falling apart that you must hold on to your vision. You must remember why you started this journey in the first place. I know it's not easy, but I also know that you are stronger than you think. You are more resilient than you know. You have everything inside of you to create the life you desire. But it starts with making the decision to take ownership of your life, to stop waiting for someone else to change things for you, and to believe that you are capable of more than you've allowed yourself to imagine. Changing your life is not about some dramatic moment, some big life-altering event. It's about the small, consistent choices you make every day. It's about how you think, how you show up, and how you treat yourself. It's about choosing to rise above the noise, to ignore the naysayers, and to listen to that quiet, persistent voice inside of you that says, you can do this. And when you make that decision, when you commit to changing your life, the world will begin to shift around you. You will begin to notice new opportunities, new connections, and new possibilities that were always there, waiting for you to see them. But you must be willing to open your eyes, to take the blinders off, and to believe that the world is ready to give you everything you've been waiting for. The road ahead may not always be easy, but I promise you it will be worth it. You will look back one day and marvel at how far you've come, at how much you've grown, and at the incredible life you've created. And when you do, you'll realize that the person you were meant to become was always there, just waiting for you to recognize your power. So I challenge you today, right now, decide to change your life. Let go of what no longer serves you. Step into the unknown with faith and courage. Believe in yourself, even when no one else does. Take ownership of your life and your happiness. The world is waiting for you to step into your greatness. Don't let fear hold you back. You've got everything you need. It's time to change your life. True change starts from within. It begins with a shift in mindset. Often we look outside of ourselves for solutions to our problems, searching for answers in people, situations, or circumstances, believing that something external must change for us to feel different, for our lives to improve. However, the truth is that the most powerful catalyst for change comes from within. It's in how we think, how we perceive our lives, and how we respond to the world around us. Without this internal shift, even if our external circumstances change, we may find ourselves stuck in the same patterns, feeling the same frustrations, and achieving the same results. When we talk about mindset, we're referring to the deeply ingrained beliefs and attitudes we hold about ourselves and the world. These beliefs shape our experiences, influence our decisions, and dictate the actions we take. A mindset that's focused on scarcity, limitation, or fear will only produce outcomes that reflect those beliefs. On the other hand, a mindset rooted in abundance, possibility, and self-belief will open up a world of opportunities and growth. The difference between these two mindsets is profound. It's not just about seeing the world differently, but about seeing ourselves differently and how we navigate life. One of the first steps in shifting your mindset is acknowledging that your thoughts have power. So often we underestimate the impact of our thinking. We might have negative thoughts about ourselves, our abilities, or potential, but we often brush them off as insignificant. What we fail to realize is that these thoughts, when repeated over time, become beliefs. And those beliefs influence every aspect of our lives, from the way we approach challenges to the way we interact with others. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough, not smart enough, or not deserving of success, those beliefs will become your reality. The thoughts we think become the reality we experience. That's why one of the most powerful things you can do is take responsibility for your thoughts. This doesn't mean ignoring negative feelings or pretending everything is fine when it's not. It means recognizing when your thoughts are not serving you and choosing to shift them. It means actively working to replace thoughts of doubt, fear, and limitation with thoughts of possibility, confidence, and self-worth. This isn't always easy, especially when you've been thinking a certain way for a long time, but it is possible. Once you begin to change the way you think, you'll start to notice a change in the way you feel, the way you act, and the outcomes you experience. Shifting your mindset also means adopting a growth mindset rather than a fixed mindset. A fixed mindset is one where you believe that your abilities, intelligence, and talents are static and unchangeable. If you believe that you're not good at something, you may avoid it altogether, fearing that any effort to improve will only reveal your inadequacies. You may think that failure is a reflection of your worth and thus avoid taking risks or trying new things. But a growth mindset is the opposite. It's the belief that your abilities can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. People with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities to grow and embrace failure as a part of the learning process rather than something to be feared or avoided. When you shift from a fixed mindset to a growth mindset, you open up a world of possibilities. You start to see every challenge as an opportunity to learn, every setback as a lesson, and every success as a reflection of your hard work and persistence. This change in perspective doesn't just impact your achievements, it transforms your approach to life. You stop seeing obstacles as insurmountable barriers and start seeing them as stepping stones to something greater. And with this shift, you'll find yourself taking more risks, trying more things, and ultimately achieving more than you ever thought possible. But shifting your mindset is not just about changing how you think about challenges, it's also about changing how you think about yourself. Self-belief is a cornerstone of personal growth and transformation. If you don't believe in your ability to change, grow, or achieve your goals, then it's unlikely that you will ever take the necessary steps to make those changes. But when you cultivate self-belief, everything begins to shift. You start to trust in your ability to handle whatever life throws your way. You begin to trust that even if things don't go as planned, you will find a way to adapt, to learn, and to grow. Self-belief doesn't mean thinking that you're perfect or that you never make mistakes. It means trusting in your ability to figure things out, to overcome obstacles, and to keep going even when things get tough. It means knowing that you are worthy of success, happiness, and love, and that you don't need anyone else's validation to prove your worth. When you believe in yourself, you stop second-guessing your decisions, doubting your abilities, or waiting for permission to live the life you want. You stop seeking approval from others and start trusting your intuition. This kind of self-belief is not arrogance or pride. It's the quiet confidence that comes from knowing that you are enough just as you are. Another important aspect of shifting your mindset is learning to embrace abundance rather than scarcity. When you operate from a mindset of scarcity, you see the world as a limited resource. You believe that there is not enough to go around, whether it's money, time, love, or success, and this belief creates a sense of competition, fear, and anxiety. You may worry that if someone else succeeds, it somehow diminishes your chances of success. But when you shift to a mindset of abundance, you begin to see that the world is full of opportunities, resources, and potential for everyone. You begin to believe that there is enough for everyone and that someone else's success does not take away from your own. With an abundant mindset, you stop focusing on what you lack and start focusing on what you have and what you can create. You start to see life as a collaboration, not a competition. Shifting your mindset is also about practicing gratitude. Gratitude is one of the most powerful tools for changing your perspective on life. When you focus on what you are grateful for, you shift your attention away from what's wrong or what's missing and instead focus on what's right and what's abundant in your life. Gratitude opens your heart, shifts your energy, and draws more positive experiences into your life. It's a reminder that even in difficult times, there is always something to be thankful for. Whether it's your health, your loved ones, or the small moments of joy you experience every day, practicing gratitude helps you cultivate a mindset of abundance and appreciation. Ultimately, true change begins with the decision to change the way you think. It starts with the willingness to let go of limiting beliefs. Embrace new possibilities and see yourself and the world through a different lens. When you change your mindset, you change your life. It's that simple. The power to transform your reality lies in the thoughts you think, the beliefs you hold, and the way you choose to see the world. The first step in creating the life you want is changing the way you think about it. Once you make that shift, everything else will begin to fall into place. Let go of old beliefs and habits that no longer serve your growth. This is one of the most transformative steps you can take in changing your life. We all have beliefs that have been formed over time, some of which serve us well and others that hold us back. These beliefs shape the way we see ourselves and the world around us. They dictate how we make decisions, how we respond to challenges, and how we interact with others. But here's the truth. Not all of these beliefs are helpful. Some of them are outdated, rooted in past experiences or things that were once true but no longer have any relevance to the life you're living now. And sometimes it's not just our beliefs, but the habits we've formed around them that keep us stuck. Letting go of what no longer serves you is a powerful way to unlock your potential and create space for new opportunities and growth. Beliefs are not facts. They are the stories we tell ourselves. Many of us have grown up with beliefs instilled in us by our families, society, or even experiences from our past. Some of these beliefs have been empowering, helping us to navigate life with confidence and resilience, but others may be limiting, preventing us from taking risks, embracing our full potential, or stepping outside of our comfort zones. These limiting beliefs can manifest in a variety of ways: beliefs about our worth, our abilities, or our potential. We may have been told at some point that we weren't good enough, that we would never succeed, or that we didn't deserve happiness or success. These beliefs may have been passed down to us by well-meaning people in our lives, but they no longer serve our current circumstances or aspirations. To change your life, you must first examine the beliefs that are holding you back. This process begins with self-awareness. You need to take a close look at the things you believe about yourself and your life. Do you believe that you are capable of achieving your dreams? Or do you believe that success is only for a select few? Do you believe that you have the power to create change? Or do you believe that life is something that just happens to you? Are you holding on to beliefs about money, love, or success that were formed when you were young and may not be true anymore? The first step in letting go of these beliefs is acknowledging that they exist. Once you've identified these beliefs, the next step is to challenge them. Are they true? Where did they come from? Are they based on facts, or are they simply assumptions or interpretations of past events? For example, you may have a belief that you're not good enough to start your own business because of past failures. But is that belief based on facts, or is it simply a fear-based reaction to an experience? Challenging your beliefs allows you to see them for what they truly are, stories you've been telling yourself that may no longer reflect who you are or what you're capable of. One of the most powerful tools in letting go of old beliefs is the practice of reframing. Reframing involves changing the way you view a situation or belief in a way that empowers you. Instead of holding on to the belief that you are incapable of achieving something, you can reframe it to see that every setback is a lesson, an opportunity to grow, and a necessary step in your journey toward success. Reframing allows you to change your perspective and choose to see challenges as opportunities for growth instead of obstacles. The way you frame your experiences shapes the meaning you give them and ultimately the actions you take. Letting go of old habits is just as important as letting go of old beliefs. Habits are the repetitive actions we take daily, often without much thought. They are deeply ingrained in our routine, and many of them are formed over time to help us cope with stress, anxiety, or discomfort. Some habits, like eating healthy, exercising, or managing time effectively, serve our growth and well-being, but other habits like procrastination, negative self-talk, or avoiding difficult conversations can keep us stuck. These habits are often the result of old beliefs we've internalized over the years. For instance, if you believe that you are not good enough to succeed, you may have developed the habit of procrastination as a way to avoid confronting your fear of failure. The habit of putting things off might feel comfortable in the short term, but it only reinforces the belief that you're not capable of achieving your goals. Breaking free from this cycle requires you to identify the habit and recognize the underlying belief that fuels it. Once you're aware of both the habit and the belief, you can begin to replace the old habit with a new, more empowering one. Changing habits takes time, patience, and consistency. It's important to remember that you won't break free from years of conditioning overnight. But each small step you take toward replacing an old habit with a new one is a victory. It may involve setting clear goals, creating new routines, and being intentional about the choices you make every day. The more you practice new habits that support your growth, the easier it becomes to let go of the old ones. And as you let go of the habits that no longer serve you, you'll start to see a shift in your mindset as well. Your new habits will reinforce the belief that you are capable of change, growth, and success. Another important aspect of letting go of old beliefs and habits is learning to forgive yourself. We often hold on to past mistakes, regrets, or guilt, which can keep us anchored to old patterns of behavior. We may believe that we are defined by our past mistakes and that they somehow make us less deserving of happiness or success, but to move forward, we must release ourselves from the weight of past failures. Forgiveness doesn't mean excusing the mistakes you've made, but rather releasing the emotional hold they have on you. It means accepting that you are human, that you've made mistakes, and that those mistakes do not define your future. Letting go of self-judgment and guilt allows you to free yourself from the past and step into the present moment with a renewed sense of possibility. Letting go of old beliefs and habits also requires letting go of attachment to outcomes. Sometimes we hold on to the idea of how things should be, and we get frustrated or discouraged when life doesn't go according to plan. This attachment to specific outcomes can create resistance, stress, and disappointment. But when we let go of rigid expectations and allow life to unfold in its way, we create space for new possibilities to emerge. Letting go of the need to control every aspect of your life allows you to be more present, more adaptable, and more open to the opportunities that are meant for you. The process of letting go is not always easy, but it is incredibly rewarding. When you release the old beliefs and habits that no longer serve your growth, you create space for new ones to take root. You open yourself up to new experiences, new ways of thinking, and new ways of being. Letting go allows you to move beyond the limitations of your past and step into the fullness of your potential. It is a courageous and transformative act that will empower you to create the life you truly desire. You are the creator of your reality and capable of shaping your future. This simple yet profound truth holds the power to change everything about how you experience life. So often we fall into the trap of believing that our circumstances, environment, or the actions of others are the primary forces shaping our lives. We blame external factors for our struggles, frustrations, and disappointments. It's easy to point to the economy, the people around us, or the hand we've been dealt as the reasons why things aren't going the way we want. But the reality is that we have far more control over our lives than we often realize. The key to shifting your reality and creating the life you desire lies in recognizing and embracing your role as the creator of your own experience. At the core of this concept is the idea that our thoughts, beliefs, and actions shape our world. Our minds are incredibly powerful tools that influence everything from the way we perceive situations to the decisions we make and the results we achieve. If you're constantly focused on what you don't have, on the obstacles in your path, or on what's wrong in your life, then that's the reality you'll continue to create. But if you begin to shift your focus, change your thinking, and take responsibility for your actions, you will begin to see new possibilities, new opportunities, and new outcomes emerge in your life. You can consciously shape the direction of your life by choosing your thoughts, beliefs, and actions wisely. One of the most important aspects of realizing that you are the creator of your reality is understanding that you have the power to change your perception. Our perception is how we interpret the events around us, and it plays a huge role in shaping our experience of the world. The same event can be perceived in vastly different ways by different people. For example, a person might lose their job and see it as a devastating setback, while another person might view it as an opportunity to pursue their passion or start a new venture. The way we perceive the world and the events that happen to us directly impact how we feel, how we respond, and how we navigate life. By shifting your perception, you can transform the way you experience everything. Your perception is influenced by the beliefs you hold about yourself and the world. If you believe that life is unfair, that you are unlucky, or that you are not capable of achieving your dreams, your perception will be clouded by these limiting beliefs. On the other hand, if you believe that life is filled with opportunities, that you are resourceful and capable, and that you have the power to create change, your perception will be more expansive and you will see the world in a completely different light. The reality you experience is largely shaped by the beliefs you hold about yourself and your circumstances. When you recognize this, you can begin to challenge and shift those beliefs, allowing you to perceive the world in a way that supports your growth and success. In addition to changing your perception, you must also take responsibility for your actions. We often feel like victims of our circumstances, as if we are powerless to change our situation. We blame our environment, our upbringing, or the people around us for our lack of success or happiness, but the truth is, we are responsible for the choices we make and the actions we take. If you want to create a different reality for yourself, you must take ownership of the decisions you make and the actions you take every day. Taking responsibility for your life means acknowledging that you have the power to change your circumstance. It means no longer waiting for someone else to change things for you and instead stepping up and taking action. It means understanding that your success is not determined by luck, fate, or the actions of others, but by the decisions you make and the efforts you put forth. When you take responsibility for your actions, you empower yourself to create the life you want. You stop waiting for things to change, and you begin to actively create the change you desire. Being the creator of your reality also involves setting clear intentions and taking purposeful action. Intentions are powerful because they provide direction and focus. When you set an intention, you are essentially telling the universe, "This is what I want to create in my life." But simply setting an intention is not enough. You must also take action toward your goals. The universe responds to those who take proactive steps toward their desires. Action is what transforms intention into reality. By taking consistent, purposeful action, you move closer to the life you want to create. The process of creating your reality also requires that you align your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with your desires. If you say you want to achieve a certain goal, but your thoughts are filled with doubt or fear, your beliefs are rooted in limitation, and your actions are inconsistent, then you will struggle to bring that goal to fruition. True alignment occurs when your thoughts, beliefs, and actions are in harmony with your desires. If you want to create a reality filled with abundance, success, and happiness, you must think abundantly, believe in your worth and ability to succeed, and take actions that move you toward your goals. This alignment creates a powerful energy that attracts the circumstances, opportunities, and people you need to manifest your desires from the weight of past failures. Forgiveness doesn't mean excusing the mistakes you've made, but rather releasing the emotional hold they have on you. It means accepting that you are human, that you've made mistakes, and that those mistakes do not define your future. Letting go of self-judgment and guilt allows you to free yourself from the past and step into the present moment with a renewed sense of possibility. Letting go of old beliefs and habits also requires letting go of attachment to outcomes. Sometimes we hold on to the idea of how things should be, and we get frustrated or discouraged when life doesn't go according to plan. This attachment to specific outcomes can create resistance, stress, and disappointment. But when we let go of rigid expectations and allow life to unfold in its way, we create space for new possibilities to emerge. Letting go of the need to control every aspect of your life allows you to be more present, more adaptable, and more open to the opportunities that are meant for you. The process of letting go is not always easy, but it is incredibly rewarding. When you release the old beliefs and habits that no longer serve your growth, you create space for new ones to take root. You open yourself up to new experiences, new ways of thinking, and new ways of being. Letting go allows you to move beyond the limitations of your past and step into the fullness of your potential. It is a courageous and transformative act that will empower you to create the life you truly desire. You are the creator of your reality and capable of shaping your future. This simple yet profound truth holds the power to change everything about how you experience life. So often we fall into the trap of believing that our circumstances, environment, or the actions of others are the primary forces shaping our lives. We blame external factors for our struggles, frustrations, and disappointments. It's easy to point to the economy, the people around us, or the hand we've been dealt as the reasons why things aren't going the way we want. But the reality is that we have far more control over our lives than we often realize. The key to shifting your reality and creating the life you desire lies in recognizing and embracing your role as the creator of your own experience. At the core of this concept is the idea that our thoughts, beliefs, and actions shape our world. Our minds are incredibly powerful tools that influence everything from the way we perceive situations to the decisions we make and the results we achieve. If you're constantly focused on what you don't have, on the obstacles in your path, or on what's wrong in your life, then that's the reality you'll continue to create. But if you begin to shift your focus, change your thinking, and take responsibility for your actions, you will begin to see new possibilities, new opportunities, and new outcomes emerge in your life. You can consciously shape the direction of your life by choosing your thoughts, beliefs, and actions wisely. One of the most important aspects of realizing that you are the creator of your reality is understanding that you have the power to change your perception. Our perception is how we interpret the events around us, and it plays a huge role in shaping our experience of the world. The same event can be perceived in vastly different ways by different people. For example, a person might lose their job and see it as a devastating setback, while another person might view it as an opportunity to pursue their passion or start a new venture. The way we perceive the world and the events that happen to us directly impact how we feel, how we respond, and how we navigate life. By shifting your perception, you can transform the way you experience everything. Your perception is influenced by the beliefs you hold about yourself and the world. If you believe that life is unfair, that you are unlucky, or that you are not capable of achieving your dreams, your perception will be clouded by these limiting beliefs. On the other hand, if you believe that life is filled with opportunities, that you are resourceful and capable, and that you have the power to create change, your perception will be more expansive and you will see the world in a completely different light. The reality you experience is largely shaped by the beliefs you hold about yourself and your circumstances. When you recognize this, you can begin to challenge and shift those beliefs, allowing you to perceive the world in a way that supports your growth and success. In addition to changing your perception, you must also take responsibility for your actions. We often feel like victims of our circumstances, as if we are powerless to change our situation. We blame our environment, our upbringing, or the people around us for our lack of success or happiness, but the truth is, we are responsible for the choices we make and the actions we take. If you want to create a different reality for yourself, you must take ownership of the decisions you make and the actions you take every day. Taking responsibility for your life means acknowledging that you have the power to change your circumstance. It means no longer waiting for someone else to change things for you and instead stepping up and taking action. It means understanding that your success is not determined by luck, fate, or the actions of others, but by the decisions you make and the efforts you put forth. When you take responsibility for your actions, you empower yourself to create the life you want. You stop waiting for things to change, and you begin to actively create the change you desire. Being the creator of your reality also involves setting clear intentions and taking purposeful action. Intentions are powerful because they provide direction and focus. When you set an intention, you are essentially telling the universe, this is what I want to create in my life. But simply setting an intention is not enough. You must also take action toward your goals. The universe responds to those who take proactive steps toward their desires. Action is what transforms intention into reality. By taking consistent, purposeful action, you move closer to the life you want to create. The process of creating your reality also requires that you align your thoughts, beliefs, and actions with your desires. If you say you want to achieve a certain goal, but your thoughts are filled with doubt or fear, your beliefs are rooted in limitation, and your actions are inconsistent, then you will struggle to bring that goal to fruition. True alignment occurs when your thoughts, beliefs, and actions are in harmony with your desires. If you want to create a reality filled with abundance, success, and happiness, you must think abundantly, believe in your worth and ability to succeed, and take actions that move you toward your goals. This alignment creates a powerful energy that attracts the circumstances, opportunities, and people you need to manifest your desires. Experience. The more you face difficult situations head-on, the more you learn to handle them without letting them defeat you. Each time you step outside of your comfort zone and confront a new challenge, you grow stronger. Resilience doesn't mean never feeling fear or doubt. It means continuing to move forward despite them. It means understanding that setbacks are not permanent and that each obstacle is an opportunity to build your strength. Another important aspect of embracing the unknown is the personal transformation that occurs when you break free from your routines and comfort zones. Our lives are shaped by the choices we make, and often we choose the familiar because it feels safe. But by choosing to do things differently, by choosing to experience the unknown, we begin to rewrite the story of who we are. We redefine our identity. Stepping into the unknown allows us to break old patterns of behavior, habits, and thought processes that no longer serve us. It's an opportunity to shed old versions of ourselves that are limiting and to emerge as more evolved versions of who we truly are. This transformation is not always immediate, and it often requires patience. You may not see immediate results when you push yourself out of your comfort zone, and there may be moments when you question whether it was the right decision. But with each small step, you move closer to becoming the person you are meant to be. Trusting the process and allowing the transformation to unfold over time is a key part of embracing the unknown. If you constantly expect instant gratification or immediate results, you might become frustrated and give up too soon. But true growth is a gradual process, and the longer you allow yourself to be in the unknown, the more you will evolve. One of the most liberating aspects of embracing the unknown is the sense of freedom it brings. When you step out of your comfort zone, you let go of the fear of being controlled by the familiar. You realize that you are not bound by past experiences or the expectations of others. You are free to explore, create, and experience life on your terms. This sense of freedom allows you to live with greater authenticity. You no longer feel confined by the limitations you placed on yourself or the constraints of your environment. You begin to make choices that reflect your true desires and your true potential. Embracing the unknown also helps you discover what truly matters to you. When you are constantly in your comfort zone, it's easy to get stuck in routines and go through the motions of life without thinking about what you want. But when you challenge yourself to try new things, to step into unfamiliar situations, you gain clarity on your values, passions, and goals. You become more in tune with yourself and your desires, which allows you to make decisions that align with your authentic self. The unknown offers opportunities for self-discovery that you may not have experienced if you had stayed in your comfort zone. Finally, embracing the unknown is about living with a sense of purpose and adventure. Life becomes an exciting journey when you stop viewing it as a series of predictable events and start seeing it as a playground for exploration. Every new experience, whether it's a challenge, an opportunity, or a new relationship, becomes a chance to learn, grow, and become more connected to the world around you. When you embrace the unknown, you embrace the excitement of possibility, the thrill of new experiences, and the joy of discovery. It's this sense of adventure that makes life meaningful and fulfilling. When you step outside your comfort zone, you create a life that is rich with experiences and full of potential. The power of consistency and perseverance in creating lasting change is often underestimated, yet it is one of the most vital components of achieving any goal. We live in a world that thrives on instant gratification, where we want everything to happen quickly, and when it doesn't, we lose motivation and give up. The truth is that lasting change doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, and it requires patience, dedication, and a willingness to keep going even when things get tough. Consistency and perseverance are the forces that keep you moving forward, especially during times when challenges arise and progress seems slow. These qualities are the backbone of any success story, and without them, your goals, no matter how big or small, will remain distant dreams. Consistency is not about doing something perfectly every day. It's about showing up, taking small steps toward your goal every single day, and making progress, no matter how incremental. The key to consistency is building habits that align with your goals and then sticking with them, even when the excitement fades or when you encounter obstacles. It's easy to start something when you feel motivated, but the real test comes when the initial enthusiasm wears off and the results are not immediately visible. This is when most people quit. They expect to see immediate success, and when they don't, they assume their efforts are in vain. However, real progress is often invisible in the early stages. It takes time to see the fruits of your labor, and consistency is what will bridge the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. One of the most powerful aspects of consistency is that it builds momentum. When you consistently work toward a goal, no matter how small the progress may seem, you start to build a rhythm. Each small effort compounds the next, and over time the results begin to snowball. This is true in any area of life, whether it's working toward a fitness goal, building a business, or learning a new skill. The more consistently you show up and put in the work, the more natural and effortless it becomes. Momentum builds upon itself, and before you know it, you will have accomplished things that once seemed impossible. Perseverance is the fuel that keeps you going when the road gets tough. It's the ability to push forward even when you feel like giving up. Perseverance is about maintaining your commitment to your goal even when things aren't going the way you imagined or when you face setbacks. It's easy to give up after facing failure, especially when the outcome seems uncertain or distant. However, the most successful people in the world are those who persevere through adversity. They understand that failure is not the end, it is simply a part of the journey. Every failure brings with it valuable lessons that, if learned, can lead to future success. Perseverance is the quality that allows you to keep moving forward despite the inevitable hurdles, knowing that with time and effort, you will reach your destination. One of the biggest obstacles to perseverance is self-doubt. When things don't go as planned, it's easy to start questioning your abilities, your worth, and whether your efforts are worth it. This is a natural part of the process, but it's essential not to let self-doubt stop you in your tracks. Remind yourself that progress is often non-linear. There will be ups and downs, and there will be times when it feels like you are not moving forward. But this is where perseverance becomes crucial. When you push through those moments of doubt and continue to work toward your goal, even in the face of uncertainty, you build resilience. This resilience becomes your greatest asset as you move closer to success. Another important aspect of perseverance is maintaining your belief in your ability to achieve your goals, even when external circumstances suggest otherwise. Life is full of unexpected challenges, and sometimes the world seems to conspire against us. The key, however, is not to let these external circumstances dictate your internal belief. You must trust in the process, in yourself, and in your ability to adapt. The people who achieve great things are not necessarily those with the most natural talent or resources, but those who can persist in the face of challenges, keep learning, and stay focused on the results. Perseverance requires a strong sense of inner conviction, knowing deep down that no matter what, you will continue moving forward, no matter how many setbacks you encounter along the way. Consistency and perseverance are also closely tied to discipline. Discipline is what keeps you on track, especially when your motivation fades. Motivation can be a fleeting emotion, often influenced by external factors or how you're feeling on a given day. However, discipline is different. It's the commitment to do what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel. Discipline is the ability to maintain your focus on your goal, even when other distractions pull at you or when you would rather take the easy route. Discipline isn't about rigidly following a set of rules. It's about making choices that align with your long-term vision, even when those choices aren't the easiest or most convenient. The more disciplined you become, the more consistent your efforts will be, and the more perseverance you will build. One of the most important aspects of both consistency and perseverance is the understanding that they don't guarantee immediate success. Just because you are consistent and persistent doesn't mean you won't encounter challenges, delays, or even failures along the way. In fact, those things are inevitable. But the difference between those who succeed and those who don't is that the successful ones continue despite the challenges. They understand that every failure is simply a lesson, and every setback is an opportunity to learn and grow. They don't let temporary obstacles derail them. Instead, they view each obstacle as an opportunity to strengthen their resolve. Over time, the consistency you put into your actions will form a foundation for the success you desire. It will lay the groundwork for habits that support your goals and reinforce the mindset necessary for perseverance. The more you commit to taking small steps every day, the easier it becomes to stay on track, and the more you build the discipline necessary to see things through. This commitment to consistency and perseverance creates an inner sense of stability and confidence. You know that you are doing the necessary work and that you are steadily moving toward your goal, no matter how long it takes. One of the most beautiful things about consistency and perseverance is that over time you begin to see results. These results might not be immediate, and they may not look the way you expected them to at first, but they are the direct result of your consistent efforts. When you look back at the journey you've taken, you will see that every small, consistent effort, every moment of perseverance has contributed to your success. This process of gradual improvement and steady progress is what leads to lasting change. It's the slow and steady efforts that create the transformation you seek. In conclusion, the journey toward creating lasting change and achieving personal success is built upon the foundational principles of consistency and perseverance. These two qualities, often overlooked in our fast-paced world, are the true drivers of meaningful transformation. While it may be tempting to seek quick fixes or instant results, real growth takes time, dedication, and a commitment to pushing through challenges, no matter how difficult they may seem. By embracing the power of consistency, we commit ourselves to taking small, deliberate actions every day that accumulate over time to create substantial results. And by cultivating perseverance, we develop the resilience to keep going when setbacks arise, knowing that failure is simply a stepping stone to success. Consistency and perseverance are the quiet forces that, though often invisible, shape our progress and help us navigate the ups and downs of life. They teach us that even when progress feels slow or uncertain, every effort counts and brings us one step closer to our goals. Ultimately, lasting change doesn't come from sudden bursts of effort or fleeting motivation, but from the everyday commitment to show up, work hard, and stay focused on the long-term vision. Through consistency and perseverance, we unlock our full potential and create a life of fulfillment, purpose, and achievement.